So this is Songwriters in the Round, and we're going to have a really good time tonight. I'm going to introduce these ladies to you. On the left is Amanda Standalone.
Hello.
In the middle, Miss Becky Kapell. And on the right, we have Ellen Stanley, Mother Banjo. And again, I want to welcome you to the Hallberg Center for the Arts, brought to you by the Wyoming Creative Arts Community. And I just want to remind everyone, please silence your cell phones and take it away, Amanda.
Greetings, everybody. How are you doing tonight? Doing good? Awesome. All right. So, I don't know what the population of Wyoming is. What is the population of Wyoming? Anybody? No? 8,000. Okay, so I grew up in a town of 500 people, and I go back there quite often. But it's always nice for me when I just get out of the city limits, and it was really nice driving here and just kind of seeing that. So I'm gonna sing this song, which is called "Just the Stars and I," and it's kind of a song about just getting out of the city. And originally, I wrote it for my mom, and because sometimes she would just disappear every once in a while. Not when I was a kid, but when I got older, I'd come home and she wouldn't be around, and I'd be like, "What is she up to?" Never really found out, but this is what I imagined.
City's gone and it left me for dead. Shoot me up and spin me out like a story and spin red, spin red. Still know what it's about. Still know what it's about. Know what it's about. It's days like these that I shake myself away. Just know that I'm alive. Hands in pockets and I'm walking down the street. Hit my car and drive. Just to know that I'm alive. Just to know that I'm alive. These open spaces, they do wonders for my head. Reach up and kiss the sky. Lay me down and make the ground into my bed. It's just the stars and I. It's just the stars and I. Open spaces, they do wonders for my head. Reach up and kiss the sky. Lay me down and make the ground into my bed. It's just the stars and just the stars and I. It's just the stars and I. It's just the stars and I. These open spaces, they do wonders for my head.
So nice. Well, now I have to retune my guitar because I knew I would change my mind in midstream. I could not decide what song to do first. I maybe haven't decided quite even yet, but...
I'm sorry, it's probably the proximity to the banjo. It's contagious.
No, it's not that. It's the capo, which I'm famous for using a capo. My name is Becky Kapell, and my story is I grew up in Matamidi, a town of 4,000, not too far from here, I guess, and I moved to Portland, Oregon when I was 20, and started singing in a band there, and stayed there for 13 years, and did a lot of backup singing, and eventually formed my own country cover band. But I had never written songs or played guitar before. Anyway, eventually I got married. I moved back here to Minnesota, and because my brother invented magnetic poetry, the little words on magnets that you put on your refrigerator. So I came back to help him with run that business, which is what I still do for a day job. I sell little words on magnets. Yep, that's what I do. But anyway, my son, I have 2 kids, they're grown up, and when my son was a teenager, he was a great guitar player, and he had sort of guitars sitting around, and I decided to just teach myself G, C, and D. I kind of knew them, but I didn't really know them. But I did know that if I just learned those 3 chords, the world would be mine. And so I started doing that with no purpose in mind, and just playing and with different rhythms, and then these melodies just started coming out, and then these words came out and attached themselves to the melodies, and it was a pretty magical thing because I hadn't, and then I was like, they just tumbled out of me for a while. Not so much anymore, but yes. Anyway, so this song is a song that I wrote, one of the first songs I wrote, and I did a lot of walking at that time, so it seems like all my songs are very sort of plotting, walking. So I hope we don't fall asleep during this. This is called Be the Man. I walk alone with this heart you own. I'm doing all right. Yeah, I do all right. I say good morning when I wake up every day. I bid you sweet dreams, lonely where I lay. Be the man I love, be the man I love, be the man I love, won't you be the man I love? I loved you plain. You're just a man. I thought you were stronger. Now I understand. I wish you happiness. Take care of yourself. But you should leave me alone now and love that someone else. Be the man
are straight and true to the one that you are with. Now I walk alone with this heart you own. I'm doing alright. Yeah, I do alright. Be the man I love. Be the man I love. Be the man I love. Won't you be the man I love? Be the man I love. Be the man I love. Be the man I love. Won't you be the man I love? Thank you very much.
Awesome. Well, I'm so excited to be here with Amanda Standalone and Miss Becky Kapell. And Amanda and I played together kind of near where she grew up in western Minnesota last fall. Yeah, New York Mills. And the big metropolis near where you grew up, really, actually, the big city. Exactly. And Becky and I've known each other for a while. We were even in the same songwriting group when you were writing some of those early songs. Yep. And I can't remember the last time we played together. So it's wonderful to be here together, the Hallberg Center for the Arts. Big thanks to Andrew for setting this up and for scheduling us together and also dialing in our sound, banjos, guitars, and all. So again, my name is Ellen Stanley. That was the name my parents gave me. They did not call me Mother Banjo, because that would be weird. It's obviously an adopted name that I picked up when I picked up the banjo. And although banjo is definitely not my first instrument, it is the one that really inspired my songwriting. So I grew up playing piano, which you'd think would be the more normal instrument to write songs on, but I was classically trained and I had trouble breaking out of that to write the kinds of sad, sack, folk, and country songs that I was interested in. So the banjo lent itself much better to those kinds of tunes. So speaking of which, I do have a lot of sad songs and a lot of happy ones, and ones that are kind of mixed together. But since this is your show tonight, maybe it would be helpful to know how you guys are feeling. How are you feeling? Good. You guys are all nervous. I'm trying to wonder if I need to work into a sing-along situation, or if you guys are like ready to go now to sing along. Work into it. Okay. Okay. Well, then I'm going to start with the kind of with the sad, and we'll go up from there. You know, end on a high note. And I'll do one of the first songs I wrote, and it was kind of inspired by an old shaker round little gospel tune that was "Come Life, Shaker Life," and it was such a beautiful melody. And again, it was intended to sing as a round, and it went something like, let's see. Come life, shaker life, come life eternal, shake, shake out of me all that is carnal. I'll take nimble steps, I'll be a David, I'll show Michael twice how he behaved. So it's a beautiful melody, very minor, and it's supposed to be kind of a praise song. I thought it was a sad melody, and it needed a new turn of lyrics about someone facing death. So this song is called Come Life. I recorded it for my first CD. Come life, come to me. My bones are tired. Work has driven from me all my desire. I can't make the hand is faded, the words on the pages, they have faded. Come life, come to me. When did you lose me? One day I woke up and there was no green. I saw gray and white, a blur of snow time. I am full of cold. I hear a crow cry. Come life, come to me. The light eternal beckons to me. Cannot but follow. Oh. Come life, come to me. I see him waiting, yes, but I was worth saving. Oh, I am worth saving. Saving. Thank you.
All right. I don't know what to do after that. I love stuff like that. I could stay there all day. Let me think here. I'm gonna go a little on the, what do you call it? So I at one point in my life had a boyfriend. Believe it or not, it happened. Anyway, he is a bit of a rowdy sort, and I had this rooftop apartment in Fargo, North Dakota, and at one point he came over and he had this like big tube thing, and I was like, "What is that thing?" He's like, "It's a potato gun," and I was like, "What are you doing with that in here?" And he's like, "I think we're gonna shoot some stuff off the roof," and I'm like, "Oh no, that's not happening." And that did not happen, although it was alluded to for the rest of the evening. But anyway, he's not around anymore. Anyway, so let's see here. But this is a song I wrote.
Does it include the words potato gun?
There's potato gun in this song.
That sounds like a songwriting prompt. Like, how do you work in potato gun into the song?
This is how. Anyway, I actually got, this is a song I sadly lost to a songwriting contest to my friend Dan Rosen with this song. He won with some other fancy jazz tune, but we were in Wisconsin and I got second place and he got first. I'll get him someday. I still think this is of utmost quality and should have, but you know. Let's not mince that up. Okay, I got your microphone on. Here we go.
When I lay down to dream, rattle around on their moonbeams with those chickens in France, and I make them chickens dance. When I lay down to dream, when I go inside my mind to that place I no one else can find. But I'm in a marching band, I've got an ice cream cone in hand. When I go inside my mind, then I'm sitting next to you. By myself, I don't know what to do. And I start making plans to send you to foreign lands when I'm sitting next to you. So then I'll shoot you in a potato gun across the Atlantic Ocean, tie you to a cannonball, by the guess you get my notion. A submarine to Pakistan, a hot air balloon to Mazatlán when I'm sitting next to you. Then I'm sitting all alone, by myself and no one else home. And I start missing you and I don't know what to do when I'm sitting all alone. Should I pretend that you're not out right now with all them pretty ladies? Pretend that I'm your only gal, your one and only baby. Pretend you're not a boy, man, a stand-up guy, gentleman. Well, a girl can dream. Then I lay down to dream, right around on them moonbeams, and I start making plans to send you to foreign lands when I lay down to dream. So then I shoot you in a potato gun across the Atlantic Ocean, tie you to a cannonball, by the guess you get my notion. A submarine to Pakistan, a hot air balloon to Mazatlán when I lay down to dream. Well, a girl can dream when I lay down to dream.
There we go.
I had a boyfriend once too, and so, but no longer.
Doesn't work for us.
So see that I was going to do another song, and then I changed my mind because this is how it works. You can't really plan ahead on these singers in the round thing, right? Yeah, totally. Anyway, so this song is also about a boyfriend, and it's a breakup song that I wrote. And actually, Ellen, this was the first songwriters group I went to at your house. Mm-hmm. This was the song I had just written. So nice. I did write this quite a while ago, but it is. I have a CD coming out May 18th at the Hook and Ladder, and this is on that record. And my favorite line in this one is, "You pined for me, but your sap ran dry." Which comes right at the beginning, so you can listen for it here. So, this is called "Say Goodbye." I was doing just fine till you came along. Happiness was mine, and I sang my own song. You pined for me, but your sap ran dry, and I think I need to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye. You warned me once, but you kissed me twice. Now I see I should take your advice, and I don't believe you intended to lie, but I think I need to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye. No hard feelings, I don't blame you. You told me this is what you do, and I guess I knew it all along, that there would come a time to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye. You said you'd walk through fire for me, but those flames died so quickly. I'm not sorry I met you, but I think I need to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye.
walked through fire for me, but those flames died so quickly. I'm not sorry I met you, but I think I need to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye, bye, bye. Yeah, I think I need to say goodbye.
I have a band. I usually play with a band, and so I'm imagining the great guitar solo that was going on during the little solo there. You're just going to have to imagine it as well. But
I heard it. Yeah.
What's that?
So I also had a boyfriend. And don't worry, this won't just be a tour probably of our exes. Yeah, I know. So this song, I actually I wrote this not as a breakup song, or that's not how I set out when I first started to write it. The plan was to write my hit song for Texas. I had it on good authority from a great songwriter from Austin, Jamila Fave, the late great, who told me that all I had to do to get a hit song in Texas was to write about it, because Texans are very proud of their state. If any of you have spent any time in Texas, you know that. And whole careers have been made out of just having a hit song in Texas. So I thought this was a great plan. I put on my cowgirl boots and I was like, okay, I'm going to write about Texas. It's going to be a love song. It's going to be steamy and hot and great. And there was only one flaw with this plan. I mean, I had the cowgirl boots and I had the intention. The only problem was I tend to do a lot of my songwriting in the winter here in Minnesota. And, well, things took a dark and lonely and bourbon-soaked turn. And this is what happened instead. I still called it Texas, but instead of being a song about love in the bluebells or whatever, instead it was the tumbleweed side of Texas, the desolate, sad, lonely. It's what happens when your loved one leaves you to go to Texas. So yeah, this is my not hit song about Texas. Although many people who I've talked to say that I should really market it to Oklahoma. They would really be a fan of it. Anyway, I guess I should have subtitled Texas, not a fan or something, even though I actually love Texas. But anyway, the song is called Texas. Texas, oh, you went to Texas. You say I got to go, and there you put Scotch whiskey in your drink. Texas, I lost you to Texas, away from fields of grain. I hear you there to stay. Hey, I am a bright lone star that shines you down wherever you are. But you're not that way. You need a lonesome stay. Texas, I went once to Texas, so large I could not breathe, so much sun I could not see. Texas, I can't live in Texas. No desert walls for me. I need my poplar trees. I am a bright lone star that shines you down wherever you are. but you're not that way. You need a lonesome state, Texas. I hope you like Texas. Is it what you dream? Dust, wind, and tumbleweeds. Texas, to ride me from Texas. Sing me your songs of heat. Say that life is finally sweet. I am a bright lone star that shines you down wherever you are. But you're not that way. You need a lonesome state. But I'm not that way. I don't need your lonesome stay. Here. Thank you.
Can I borrow somebody? Can I borrow a vocal mic?
Oh, sure.
Be too strong for this. And then that's all right. All right. So this next one, I'm gonna play this bucket, and I guess I should switch mics. No, I shouldn't do that. Okay, so that's kind of comfortable. So when I was about 17 years old, I lived in Minneapolis because I went to the Perfect Center for Arts Education, and I ended up doing all this stuff on the West Bank, and I met this lady named Cindy. I forget her name. Cindy Collins. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She wrote me into this thing called the Battle of the Jug Bands. She's like, because I played fiddle, I was a fiddle player, and she's like, "You play fiddle in my band?" But then we also needed a washtub player. And so I ended up building with her and her then husband, rocking out, making all night long, making a washtub. And then for the last 17 years, I've been playing it. And this is pretty much the only song I've ever written. This is one of two songs I've written for it. Usually I do cover tunes on it, but this is one of the two songs that I've written, and this one's called "Waves of the Ocean."
Seems like I've known you for forever. It's more
Super cool. Wow. Okay, well. All right. here's another song off my upcoming CD. Also, I do have CDs, and I know Ellen does too. Do you have CDs over there?
I have a copy I have two CDs. One of my first one and one of my.
That's way to create demand.
So she could potentially sell out. So you better buy the two.
But I got to listen to this on the way here, and it sounds really good.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is. I guess it's kind of another breakup song. I tell this story. This song was inspired by Dolly Parton and David Duchovny.
I want to know more about that pairing.
Well, let me tell you. That's what I'm here for. I know, exactly. I know, imagine that. Here's the story. I was listening to a lot of Dolly Parton, as I still am, but at the time I was listening to pretty much just exclusively Dolly Parton records and early stuff. And so I was just playing stuff that to me kind of sounded like her really early, pretty stuff. And one evening I was listening to, or maybe it was a Saturday, I don't know, I was listening to NPR, and I was listening to Terry Gross interview David Duchovny, who is in the X-Files, the TV show The X-Files, if you don't know, which then I guess that was revived or something, right? So
I just watched the last season finale.
Oh, you did?
Last night.
And I have
big fan.
Oh, okay, cool.
Oh yeah.
Well, Terry Gross asked. So you know, Mulder. There's Mulder and Scully, and they're partners, right? But they're not. I mean, they're FBI partners. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
Yep.
Right. I mean, I kind of saw the show like way back when. But anyway, but there was always like this. Oh, it did happen. Okay. Well, so Terry Gross. So Terry Gross said, asked David Duchovny. She said, so you know, describe the relationship between Mulder and Scully, and he said, well, it definitely had that certain ache. And I was like, ooh, that certain ache. I know what that means. And this is a song about missing that certain ache. So kind of the end of a dying relationship. Another breakup song. Yeah, exactly. Your touch is so tender, your eyes so sincere. You tell me you want me forever near. But please say no more, don't make this mistake. My heart is missing that certain ache. These words that you speak are the words I fear, for I don't wish to hurt you, my dear. But I've had a feeling I just can't shake. My heart is missing that certain ache. I don't crave your touch, I don't thrill at your sight, I don't call out your name in my dreams at night. I don't desperately wonder where you are. My love for you is a dying star. certain ache. Yeah, my heart is missing that certain ache. Thank you.
Such a pretty song. Is that the name of your new record?
That is the name of the CD, yes. And that song and another song that I'll do later they're gonna be on a what the kids call a 7-inch, which is what we used to call 45. And
AKA a record.
A record, a
it
vinyl
goes around and
record.
around.
And yes, exactly. That you will have to set your record player to 45. I listen to a lot of records. Like that's mostly what I listen to is old records. But I'm making a new record. And a lot of people do these days. They're expensive. So I couldn't make the whole thing on a record. It was too expensive. But yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I dream of making that kind of record someday. I'm going to be I actually just laid down the tracks for a new album myself, which is coming out in other formats. CD, digital, etc. And I'll probably play one of those songs before the end of tonight. But this one, so one of those boyfriends I had was a fisherman. And I was pretty excited about it because although I don't fish, I like to eat fish. So I thought this was a great scenario, you know. He goes out at the ungodly hour in the morning, goes fishing, has a good time, and brings back fish. And preferably cleans and cooks them for me. But that didn't quite work out, mainly because he was a fly fisherman. And, you know, there's this catch and release thing. So no fish. So I don't know. It was very suspicious. You know, it goes away for long periods of time, comes back, no fish. I don't know. Anyway, but I did write this. So it ended up being a catch and release situation with the relationship. I will leave the fish puns there. I have like a million of them, but that will be the only one I'll do for you tonight because you guys seem like nice people. There's no reason to subject you to that. But this was in the catching phase. So I know we've done a whole bunch of breakup ones, but I thought I'd pull out one of my rare love songs for you guys because I'm very happy you're here and I don't want to scare you all away. We're actually pretty nice, happy people. And which also means that I also want to give a shout out to this couple in front for sitting in the front row because, you know, like in Minnesota, that's a brave thing to do. So thanks for that. So I'm going to send this love song out to you guys. This song is called The Fly Song. So the last song we went down south to Texas on I-35. On this song we're going all the way up the other direction. I wanna fly, fish with you, way up past Duluth. Wanna see just what you do. I wanna fly away. So let's pack and go with bras and love in tow. Try to catch and throw. Let's fly and hit the road. Don't know how to cast. Don't know how to act. I know the current's coming fast. You say I fly and lines will learn. So this is where some really cool solo would be. I think on the record it's a harmonica, but anyone have a fiddle with them?
Should have asked me to bring it.
Oh. All right, Amanda, Standalone. The streets here are wide, but I got you by my side, and all the fish are jumping out with you. I can fly. We'll fly away. We will fly. Thank you.
That was very pretty. I don't really play leads very much, so that was very fun, even though it's very simple. It's always fun to do stuff like that. Step out of the comfort zones. See here. Ellen, can I strangely borrow your tuner?
Oh,
It'd
yes.
be awkward. Okay. Yeah. So this next song I'm gonna do is actually not finished yet, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The reason being, I don't know. For some reason, I've had a kind of a writer's block for a really long time, and then lately this one song, and I know that it might not be a hit for everybody, but it's like something I care about, I guess. So I'm just gonna keep singing. And the reason I like this song is because I feel like it's the first time I'm just being real honest about something that people hate talking about, and I think that's what music not always should be used for, but sometimes I feel like it's a appropriate place to air grievances without, or maybe more so in the chance that maybe people will discuss things. So this is a song about something I have experienced and grew up with, which is called rural poverty. And we weren't that bad off, but I've seen some things, so this is a song about that. And it's kind of it gives a nod to something. Elizabeth Cotton, she's an old folk singer, but she wrote a song called Oh Lordy me, didn't we shake sugary, everything I've got's in pawn. Anyway, and so a lot of people have assumed that shake sugary means they're rolling dice or gambling. And so this is a song called Sugary Sweet, with sweet meaning S-U-I-T-E. Okay, so here we go. And I'm not done with it yet, so I'm going to play it for you.
Got that big old boss man, he's breathing down your throat. When you come home, it seems you only choke on all them down-store dinners that I've made. You got that lonely bar stool and you're sitting all alone. Counting change to cover all the money that you blown. You're pulling tabs and you're pulling tabs and you shake, shake, sugary. Yeah, you're pulling tabs and you're pulling tabs and you shake, shake, sugary. And I know that we ain't free. Got that line grin and I ask, where have you been? Cigarettes and alcohol are seeping through your skin, and I keep waiting for a change, but I know there'll never be. 'Cause I know that we ain't free. Baby, talk sweet to me. Yes, I know that we ain't free, but baby, talk sweet to me. Your bills are stacking higher and your pay's going low. The cars are clicking and the baby's shaking, the whole thing's about to blow. And I don't understand why you think that I can't see. 'Cause I know that we ain't free. Baby, talk sweet to me. Yes, I know that we ain't free. Baby, talk sweet to me. Yes, I know. Boss man, he's breathing down your throat. When you come home, it seems you only choke on all them down-store dinners that I made.
Oh, wow. Thank you. There's a lot of these. I'm so impressed. I haven't actually heard you. I heard you a long time ago. Right.
We all sucked a long time ago. That's how it works, hopefully. Hopefully you go in that direction, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than if they say, I saw you yesterday and you sucked.
Oh. Right.
We're in.
That's right. Yeah, it's a nice crowd too. All right, so I'll do an early love song, a love song. I'm going to do a love song. It's not a breakup song. It's it's maybe even before the hookup. I don't know. And it's when I play this, it's a new song. It's actually not going to be on my CD because it's that new. But when I play it with my band, it'll be on the next one, and it will be. When I play it with my band, we always refer to it as the Buddy Holly song. So because it's got that kind of a beat. By the way, I just went to the for the first time to the Buddy Holly crash site. Has anybody been to where the Yeah, right. And they there's not. It's if there hadn't been people walking back through the field, I would, it's not like it's, a tourist attraction or anything. Yeah.
You have to traipse through a lot of fields.
Yeah,
to find it.
it's like it's maybe a quarter-mile hike out or eighth of a mile. I don't know. It's a little ways out, snow, and we went through the thing. And anyway, we stopped. I did a little road trip to Des Moines. It was my spring break, 2018, a little overnight to Des Moines. Spring break. And we stopped. The friend that we stopped there, but we also stopped in Clear Lake, and we went to the thrift store there, and where I got this.
That's like folk singers' spring break. Yeah. We went to the Buddy Holly site, and we went to the thrift store.
That is what we did.
Yeah,
that's what we did. So, and it was snowing, but there you go. All right, this is called Something Something. Ooh, you got that something something that gets my blood pumping, and every time I see your smile, it makes me hope you'll stick around a while. kinda make my heart stop. You make my tummy flip-flop. And every time I see your face, it sent me into outer space. Why do I always want what I can't have? There's somebody else's and it's driving me mad. Ooh, you kinda make me nervous. I guess you know I'm at your service. I'm a puppy on a string. I guess you know I'd do anything for you. You. Make me wonder what kind of spell you put me under. 'Cause every time I hear your voice, it makes me feel as though I've got no choice but to love you. Love you. Love you. Love you. Thank you. Fun.
All right. Well, it's time to break out one of my new tunes. And this is so new that, when we went into the studio to record it, like some of the band had never, we had one rehearsal before we played it. So that's how new it is. And this song was really inspired by something that a radio DJ said to me. I heard her say, there's the levels, and if it peaks, it goes into the red. And she was like, she was saying to fellow DJ, she was like, because they're like, you're running pretty hot. And she's like, I know, I like it that way. I run it into the red. And I was like, oh, yeah. I want to be like that woman. So that's kind of what inspired this song. This song is called Eyes in the Sky. It's going to be the title track on the new record. I run it into the red. Always push the line. Gonna think of myself this time. It's easy to not and comply. Gonna shake my head no this time. Yeah, that's the chorus. There's no words, so if you feel inspired next time it comes around, feel free. I'm a terrible wind, tearing back the sky. Gotta settle down my mind. Think I'm cool, but I'm heat and fire. Coming soon, my mind. The needle said I could break any time. Keep your head down and high. The siren sound, hear the warning sign.
try to slow down. Keep your eyes on the sky. Thank you. Good singing.
I know, me too.
All right. 2 songs left. Okay.
Two-song warning.
I might take up my 2 songs with this one because this is long. Well, I went to Ireland this summer. I don't know if anybody's been to Ireland before, but I ended up at this thing called the Fleadh in Ennis. It was in the County Clare, and it was a 8-day long Irish music festival, and it was pretty amazing. But I brought my fiddle, but while I was working on a Finnish farm, my hand exploded into this blob of something, and so playing the fiddle was kind of out of the question. And it was really disappointing, but I was like, I have to make the best of this. I'm in Ireland, whatever. So I started going to these singing sessions, and I don't know if anybody's heard some Irish ballads sung by some real Irish folks, but it was pretty amazing. And people would just sit at tables, and then people would stand up and listen to these things. This one is long, but I'm just gonna say that it's not as long as some of the stuff I heard when I was over there. So I'm gonna put you through this right now. And this is a song about it's a response song to the Edmund Fitzgerald song, because I used to live in Detroit, Michigan. And if you didn't know, the Edmund Fitzgerald was supposed to land in Detroit. And so they do a thing there every year where they ring the bells for every guy who died on the Mint. It's in the song, even if you've heard it. Anyway. So this is something I call the Widows Lament, and it's a response song, and it's written from the perspective of somebody who is waiting for somebody on the other side. And anyway, I have this dream of doing a Ghost Stories album, and so this is one of the songs that's going to be on that, but it's still in the works. Anyway, so here we go. I'll try to make it snappy. Okay. You were a wanderer. You were my love, boy. We shared some memories, and we shared a bed. And the moment you left me after dark waters, I'll never forget the words that you said. And you said, my lady, you know I still love you. And forevermore would I hope you love me. But you know that my first love lies out on dark waters, setting them sails, living at sea. And I thought I saw you as I lay dreaming, but I opened my eyes and you were not there. So I closed my eyes then, and I tried to look harder, and then appeared a maiden fair. And she said, my lady, do not lie in fear now. Just please listen closely to what I do say. But see with my own eyes the death of your lover. The waves came a-crashing and took him away. No, he did not go down with sadness.
No, he did not go down in vain. No, he went down proudly, shook the hands of his brothers as his ship went down in November rain. The maiden, she left me lying there frozen, and I began weeping, and now I see. Well, I thought I could hold you without breaking, but I was mistaken. Oh, woe is me. Well, I thought I could hold you without breaking, but I was mistaken. Oh, woe is me.
Wow. 50 tunes, exactly. Wow. I pretended like I was tuning, but I really didn't do anything. I do that often. Well, here's another one on off the upcoming CD, and this one is about. I like to be alone a lot. And yet there's always like, I'm not in a relationship now. Anyway, I don't know what this is about. It's sort of about unrequited love and sort of the beauty of that, sort of the perfection of that, because it holds a something in an ideal form. So it's called The Space. I like space, and what fills it up, I guess, is this idea. No one to talk with, nothing to do. So I spend my time thinking about you. And I see no harm in acting this way. No one to talk with and not much to say. I choose to keep these thoughts left unsaid. Dreams stay alive when they're stuck in your head. And being alone's the most romantic fate. Unrealized love can't turn into hate. And I like the space. I like the space. I sleep alone with no one at my side,
except for your ghost, and I'm your ghost bride. A love that will last for an eternity. Suspended in some other reality. And I like the space. I like the space. I like the space. I like the space.
Thanks again, guys. Thank you.
Oh, what a pretty song. I also like the space. But I did get married a few years ago, and I like share my space with that guy. He plays in my band, and he's a great songwriter. He's actually played at this series before, Ben Cookfeld's, and he is fantastic. And he does beautiful things on the record on this next tune I'm going to play. Again, he is a member of my band, and he was a member of my band before we were dating. And which is a better way of doing it, because I already had a band, and then I heard him play, and I was like, oh, I want him to be in my band. And so he did. He joined the band, and then later I told the other members of my band, which I was really anxious about, it's going to ruin the whole dynamic of our awesome band. And it was better to do it that direction than the other direction. Hey guys, my boyfriend's going to join the band. Great. They already knew how awesome of a player he was, so they weren't worried about it. It's all worked out. Anyway, this song is kind of my watery ballad, and inspired by a really hot day in Minnesota where you just if the humidity is 100% and you just want to jump into the closest body of water that's available. That's what I was thinking of when I wrote this tune. It's called Water. Water, water, sweet running stream. Water, water, sing in my dream. Rain got tired from the heat, rambling around, walking the streets from farm to town, and in between I looked for her, she waited for me. Water, water, sweet running stream. Water, water, sing in my dream. She was just 16 and wondered why the stars came out and wells run dry. She ventured out to meet the sky, turned on her heels, left me to cry. And water, water, sweet running stream. stream. Water, water, see you in my dreams. See you in my dreams. Well, it's nice having these gals to sing with.
This just goes. Trouble, trouble, I've missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. So anyway, you'll get it. But if you have any, you can sing it with me. Not necessarily a sing-along song, but it's the only thing I can think of right now, so. Oh boy. Oof. Oh, yeah, you need a tuner? Are you good? Yeah.
I'll hand that over.
Let's not do this to people.
Yeah.
This song, this is the title track off of my last album, which has been a couple years, but whatever.
It's a good one. So if she has one more copy, or
yeah, we'll auction it off to the highest bidder. No, but yeah, it's called Trouble. You can get it online and all that garbage too. But yeah, I ran out of them, is what happened. Which is nice, but not really. I probably just lost a lot of them, is what happened, actually. So this song, originally, at one point in my life, I moved out to a place called Grandview Lodge. I worked there and lived there and played music there. Anyway, so I lived at this resort, so it gave me a lot of time to process some things. And so this is a processing song, songs that you write when you're having a hard time. And originally this song, it starts off, I think how it starts off for me, it's always about somebody, and then all of a sudden you find yourself, you find out you're maybe writing about yourself. Much like, when you think somebody else is your problem, and then all of a sudden you realize it's you. My friend calls this one my Townes Van Zandt song. Trouble, well, I've missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. I'm gonna do it again. Trouble, well, I missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. Ourselves cancer, will you? Caught the eye of a Spanish dancer. She didn't do too much for me, did a very nice thing for you. Cheating thoughts turned my heart to lead. Told me go rest your crazy head. It's when I found the castanets, they were lying in my bed.
Trouble, trouble, well, I missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. Again. Trouble, trouble, well, I missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. No matter where around, well, you're gonna find me. It's only a tick-tocking matter of time. Trying to leave this Sundance behind me, but you built a greystone ball in my mind. Still lying here in bed, castanets are ringing in my head. Well, I've got a good friend in town's Vincent. He's keeping me alive. Had this trouble since I've been grown. I've gotta face this all on my own, because I don't know how to love no one, but God knows I've tried. Trouble, trouble, well, I miss you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. Trouble, trouble, well, I miss you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. Trouble, trouble, well, I missed you since you've been gone. Looks like I've been here all along. Thank you.
Outstanding. It's outstanding.
Thank you, guys. This is awesome. These guys are cool. They're way cooler than me.
I was just thinking the same thing. But you know. Okay, well, for my last number, this is also on the upcoming CD. The CD I have for sale over here is I made in 2012. It's all the first batch of songs that I wrote, and it's I recorded it actually in Portland, Oregon, because I didn't know any musicians here when I started writing songs. So I just kind of went back and played with my friends there. But then once I had the CD, I needed to meet musicians here, so I started going out to hear music. That's where I met Ellen, and you know. But I was like a mom raising kids and stuff, and I started just forcing myself to go out alone and hear music. Anyway, there was a time. There was one time at a bar when there was this guitar player, and he launched into a solo at one point, and I thought he was staring. He was like staring at me, and he was like looking at me and playing the solo. And then when he was done, you know, he kind of winked. I thought, and I was like, he's looking at me. He's looking at me. And then it turned out I played that stage later. You can't see anything in the audience. You can't see. You can't see anybody.
But that move is very effective for selling CDs. I'm just got my eye on you.
So I wrote this song about I spun a story off that little thing. So this is called "Such a Fool." I walk into the bar, the doorman tips his hat. Yes, I've been here a time or two before. Your buddies say hello, but you keep your eyes low. And as I take my seat, I feel you watching me. And though we barely spoke,
except for one lame joke. I made you laugh, you smiled at me. I know you're the brooding type, but I like a stormy night. That kind of love is sunshine to me. Is it my imagination, or did we exchange a glance or two? Did your eyes meet mine, or were you staring at the neon grain belt sign behind me? Oh, I'm such a fool. As you take the stage, I'm starting a new page of the story I've been writing in my head. The pretty girls, they all dance, but you give me that glance that lets me know you're playing just for me. Is it my imagination, or did we exchange a glance or two? Did your eyes meet mine, or were you staring at the neon grain belt sign behind me? Oh, I'm such a fool. Yeah, did your eyes meet mine, or were you staring at the neon grain belt sign behind me? Oh, I'm such a fool. True story. Thank you.
Well, this has been such a treat. Thanks to Andrew for creating this beautiful series and for inviting us all to be here. It's a great way to end Women's History Month with two of my favorite lady singers here in Minnesota. And props to all of you for supporting this great art space. This is nice, beautiful. Crowd. Not every town has this, I can tell you that. So, and it only exists because you guys are coming out to support it, so it means a lot. I don't know about you guys, but I've never played in Wyoming, Minnesota, so I'm happy anyone's here. So thank you for being here, and because you guys have been so sweet, I'm going to send this next song out to you, and hopefully you'll join me in singing. You've dipped your toes a little. I think we've warmed up. We've gotten to know each other. You've at least gotten to know us and all of our neuroses. So hopefully you can join us in this sing-along. It's very simple. I wrote it for a wedding originally. But it's really become an everyday song about enjoying the important moments we share with each other and living in the moment and appreciating it. So again, in this moment, I'm appreciative that you're here. This song I recorded for my latest record, which is also out of print, but it's available on iTunes. And I have most of the songs I've sung tonight are available on CDs over there. And I should say that Becky and I are on a compilation album called Devil Music, and it's all songs about the devil, some gospel songs, some secular songs, just with a sort of that theme, and a lot of great local bands, Charlie Parr, Row Family Singers, Daddy Squeeze Newton, Miss Becky, Mother Banjo. We're all on it, so we have that for sale over there as well. And if you like what you hear, really, you should just sign up on our mailing list so you can hear us again and know when our new records are coming out, etc. Otherwise, you can just stalk me on the interweb, Mother Banjo.
I don't have a mailing list. I'm starting one, though.
I was going to say, you just put out a piece of paper, and I think you're starting one, you know. Anyway, so this song, I'll teach you how the song goes. So you're all prepared, you know. We are witness to this day. Sing it with me. We are witness to this day. You'll be pros in no time. It'll come around again. We are witness to love and life. We are witness in the darkest night. We are witness to love and life. We are witness to this day. We are witness to this day. We are witness from far and near. We are witness all gathered here. We are witness from far and near. We are witness to this day. We are witness to this day. We are witness here with friends. We are witness until the end. We are witness here with friends. We are witness to this day. We are witness to this day. You can clap. We are witness to the here and now. We are witness, love all around. We are witness right now. We are witness to this day. 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 Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Amanda Standalone, Becky Kapell, I'm Mother Banjo. Thank you.
Let them hear it, you guys. Come on, let them hear it, let them hear it. You got it in you. You got it. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming out. Thank you, Amanda Standalone, Becky Kapell, Mother Banjo.